let's start with Belinda.
Okay. I guess our biggest issue is the fighting, the pit bulls ending up in the wrong hands, and that keeps being brought up into the media. And I'll go back to what I keep saying, it's just education. We need to get out there and educate as much as possible and realize that this breed isn't all that the media makes it out to be.
Okay, cool. How about you, Jim?
I think it's factory farming for me. It's a huge deal. It is unnecessary. We can survive. We can be healthy on a plant-based diet. The folks that you mentioned earlier on the Mercy for Animals on the Farm to Fridge tour, I watched their video last night. I shared it on Facebook. It's a very disturbing video of things that are very similar to what I saw working for PETA. And like I said, it's very unnecessary. We don't need it to survive and even to be happy or healthy.
Okay, Rhonda?
I think it's the amount of animals in shelters. We are just, there's just too many.
So more adopting.
More adopting, and if you're going to adopt, I mean, I'm not going to compare it, to a human child, but you need to take responsibility when you are adopting or when you are buying, and stop buying. Just go to the shelter. There's a lot of Yorkies and a lot of little dogs and purebred dogs. I got my 3 boxers in a rescue group.
Right, so just make sure everybody really understood what you were saying. You were saying do not buy.
Do not buy.
Do not buy, and if you are looking for a specific kind of dog to join your family, there are rescues and ways on petfinder.com or any number of ways where you can find that. You do not have to go and buy a dog to get, if you need a specific dog for whatever reason.
I think that there's plenty of rescue groups of everything, from
Absolutely, at this
Chihuahuas all
point
the way
there
to
are.
pit bulls.
Yeah, so
And
people say, oh, I really want to, some bizarre thing. It's like, hey, we'll find a rescue for you. Just give me 1 sec if we need to.
some of the rescue groups are actually flying in dogs when you request them.
Yeah, sure. That's the answer. Okay, so Ronnie, how about you?
I think probably media focus on all the issues that we're talking about. I think people have warm hearts for living beings, and the more that the public in general is reminded of all the different problems that we're talking about, the more will get done.
Cool. Well, that might be sort of just as much as I have many other things I was hoping to explore with everybody, but what I might do is do a few quick announcements, and then hopefully Ronnie at the very end, just to sort of play us out in